So today's video is going to be a little bit different. My nationality is French, and I want to share a little bit of family tradition with you guys, or heritage. I'm not quite sure how to put it, but my family, well, half of my family is from Canada, the other half is from Paris, France. But to make a long story short, one of the games that we really like playing is called cribbage. And sadly, it's not a very popular game. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you my cribbage board, brand new cribbage board, my Patriots cribbage board, and I'm going to give you a little bit of, crash course in how to play the game. So this is going to be a very different video, but I hope you enjoy it. Hello once again, my friends. I'd like to welcome you to another one of my videos. This is an off-subject video. The topic isn't going to be science fiction. It's not going to be ships, planes, historical items. It's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be something a little bit different. I'm actually going to teach you guys about something that's been part of my life for a long time. Pretty popular game you may or may not be familiar with. Cribbage. The point of cribbage is you have a board. It's got holes in it, and you've got these little pegs that go into the holes. And the point of the game is to start, to be the first one to finish. Each hand you play gives you a certain amount of points in moving the peg towards the finish line, as well as pegging, and I'll get into all of that. But I want to show you my brand new cribbage board, my New England Patriots cribbage board. This one includes the wood, game board, deck of cards, and 4 pegs. Love it. From my 6-time world champion New England Patriots. Let's see. You can see the bottom. This one was released in 2021. NEP 303. Number 41 was that 52. NEP 3070. Now, I know it's not a really famous game. I don't really know if other parts of the country use this game or enjoy this game as much as we do here in New England. But what I'm going to attempt to give you guys a crash course in how to play cribbage. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information to take in, and this is like a crash course in learning the game. Again, practice makes perfect, but now that you have like a basic understanding of the game itself, let's go ahead and look in the box. Let's see, is this taped shut? Yeah. This is one of the favorite games for me and my father. Ever since my father taught me how to play this, it's one of our favorite times together, is playing cribbage. This is everything that's in the package. You can see the instructions, game instructions. Number of players, 2 or 4. The contents, we got the game board, the cards, and the deck, the pegs. The object of the game is the first player to get 121 points. To earn points, players try for combinations of cards, pairs 3, more of a kind. Flushes, runs, groups of cards add up to 15. Players score points during and after the play. So you got the deal, the cut of the deal. The player with the lowest card is the dealer. The dealer turns to him himself last. Deals to them himself last. If there's 2 players, each player is dealt 6 cards, discards 2 face down to the crib. Again, the crib is or the kitty. It's those extra cards that go to the side that go for the dealer later. 4-player game, each player is dealt 5 cards and you discard 1 face down to the crib. The crib, a little bit better definition, each player discards to form the crib, which scores for the dealer. Non-dealers should try to discard cards that are least likely to create a score in the crib. The crib is not used until all hands have been played, at which point the dealer scores any points contained in the crib combined with the starter card. And pegging. The first player begins by placing a card of his or her hand face up on a table, creating his or her own pile. The stating of its value, the dealer does the same, adding to the card value to the previously stated value. The count continues in the same way by alternate exposures of the cards, each player announcing the new card. Again, this is just a lot of really kind of high-tech Vulcan explanation of the game. Again, you want to get 15 points, and the different combinations equal 2 points to get to 15. And the pair, for adding a card of the same rank as a card, you get a pair. You can peg 2. For a triple, you get 6. And for 4, you get 12. And on a run, peg 1 point for each card of a sequence. Example, a run of 3. Peg 3. Note, runs are independent of suits, but go strictly by rank. Example, 9, 10, 1, or 1, 9. 10 is a run, but 9, 10, Q is not. Well, you guys can understand that. Alright, so this is a basic instructions of the game. Again, that's the kind of the long, drawn-out version or explanation. So we got the cribbage board. Look at that. This is pretty cool. Masterpiece, NFLP 2021. Of course, made in China. Okay. Look at that. So, we get the kickoff. The object of the game is to finish pegging the points before your opponent and get to the touchdown. And we have 4 pegs. Now, traditionally, a cribbage board, I don't have one offhand with me at the moment, but it's shaped like a long rectangle, and just about every cribbage board I've seen has a little compartment on the side where you can open the little door and store the pegs. This one does not, so the pegs have to stay in the container. So I think we're going to keep the tape intact. You can see that's what's holding the pegs in, so that way there we won't lose them. So we've got 2 blue and 2 red, and that's everything in the cribbage package. So what we're going to do, you know what? I think what we should do is I should play a hand with you, and we'll go through a hand or two, and I'll show you kind of the gist of the game. We've got the cards, brand new cards. And you do not use the jokers. So let's take all the jokers out. There's one. Oh, there should be more than one. Yep. Alright, so we got... Alright, so the jokers are out. You see these have never been shuffled. So let's go ahead. And we're going to shuffle them. Alright, so these are shuffled. Let's put these aside for now. Let's put the jokers aside. So, we're going to be the red, and we're going to be the blue. So, you guys can be the blue, and we're going to put you right here. And my hand will be the red. We'll put the red here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my hand, and I'm going to play your hand, and I'm going to show you what we do. And I'm going to show you about pegging too. So, we're going to start with 6 cards each. And we're going to put this right over there. Alright, now let's take a look and see how well I shuffle the deck. See, maybe not too well, but right off the bat, you guys can see how the 5, the face cards always equal 10 points. And the 5 is 5. The face, whatever the card number is the value. So 5 and 10 is 15, so that's 15 too. And we have another 15, but we're going to count later. So this is my hand. Okay. So now you have your cards, and you're going to be looking at your hand. And you might actually have a better hand. Okay. In addition to the 10, the face card, you've got a 5 as well. Again, I thought I shuffled these well, but this is actually a run. So you have 4, 5, 6, and 7. So when we count, we'll go into the importance of the run later. Okay, so I dealt. So you're going to throw down first. We're going to put up... Actually, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. The dealer will put the stack of cards right there, usually at the end of the cribbage board. The person that does not deal cuts the deck. The dealer picks up the card and puts the card on top. Now, if that would be a jack, the way my father and I play, if you were to cut a jack, you would move 1 peg. But again, I just want to show you guys the basics of the game. Okay, so now you look and you say, oh, look, I've got a 7. And the draw was a 7. So now you've got a pair right off the bat. And you got 15, but again, we'll get into that later. So what you want to do is you want to get rid of your worst cards first. Any combination that could try to set up a 15 for your opponent. So you never want to start out with a face card, because if the opponent has a 5 and has 15, they'll get 2 points right off the bat. But this one is a little bit tough because these combinations are usually set up well for 15. So I'm going to take the 6, and you're going to throw the 6. Okay, I'm going to see your 6, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to throw a 5. I'm not going to waste a 5 on that. And I'm certainly not going to throw my face card yet. So what I'll do is, let's see, I'll throw my 2. I'll throw a 2 down. So you see the 2, and you see that's 8 right there. So the object of the game is to get combinations of 15. So you have 8, and you have a 7. So you can take your 7 and throw it down. That makes 15. So you just pegged 2. 15 blocks of 15 equal 2 points. So you just went for 15, you got 2. Okay, now back to me. I see your 15, and there's really nothing I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the 1. That's 16. And that 16 is going to go back to you. Now you see that I just threw an ace. Let me make sure it's in the shot. The ace. So now you can take your ace, throw it down, and now we have a pair. So that's 17. And you say 17 for 2 because of the pair of aces. So you're going to peg 2 more, and you always move the back peg first. So you got the pair. Now we're at 17. Now I've got another ace. I'm thinking I can throw this. What that did was, now we've got 3 consecutive aces. And let's see, 17. So that brings the total points up to 18 points. But because these are 3 of a kind, I get to move 6. 6 peg holes because of the 3 of a kind. And again, that's 15, 16, 17. So that brings us to 18. Now at this point, you can't go higher than 31. If you do get 31 on a nose, you can move 2 points. If the person cannot go or contribute, let's say they're going to bust over 31 and they can't go, they'll say, yup, I can't go. And then you can peg 1. So we're at 18. So I'm going to take the 10. And we're going to make it at 28. Now, you just threw the jack. The point level is at 28. Now, 28 and 5, I can't go. It's going to go over 31. So I got to say, yup, I can't go. So you guys are going to move 1 peg hole. So now, you're going to take, again, you want to save the 5s. You're going to take your 4, and you start all over again with a fresh count. So now it's 4. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to use up my 5s yet either. So I'm going to put down a face card, and that's going to be 14. And then you're going to be out. You're going to have 19. I'm going to throw down my 5 for 24. And I'm going to throw again for 29. Now we've got 29 points, but if you notice, we've got 3 5s again. So that's going to be 6. 6 points just in the 3 5s. And the fact that I go out last, I get 1 extra peg. So we got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I get 1 more for going out first. Going out last, excuse me. The last person to throw the last card gets the point. You're with me? We're sitting at the table. There's 2 of us. So, again, we're going to do 6 cards each. Again, we're going to put the deck of cards over there. And I'm going to look at this. We're going to look at my hand. And again, we want to keep everything that can total 15 right off the bat. But there's 2 players, so we have to take 2 of these cards and discard them into what's called the crib or the kitty. So I know that 8 and 7 can make 15. And I know the 5 and the face card make 15. But I also have the jack. So right off the bat, I know this is 4 points. And the 4 and the 5 are the hearts. So there could be a possible run if there's a 6 or a 3. So what I'm going to do is, because the dealer gets the kitty, so this is 15 points, but I'm going to put this in my kitty. And we're going to have the 4 cards. That's what we should have done last time. So you're going to take yours. Oh man, this is just an amazing hand. All right. How come I never get a hand like this? Even when I'm playing by myself with someone else, I end up losing. All right. Oh, this is an amazing hand. Because you've got, look how many runs you've got. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter because we can't keep these. You got to give 2 of these cards up. So I was taught by my grandfather, you never break up a run. So if you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, the logical choice would be these 2 cards that would go. Now, you never want to give a 5, especially to the kitty, to your opponent. But in this case, you really don't want to break up a 3, a run. So this is a total of 6 points. And you got the pair, so that's 8. And think, if there's a face card drawn, then there'll be the 2 5s. But in this instance, I would take the 4 and the 5, and I would put it in the kitty, and I would keep that. And incidentally, that's going to make the dealer very happy to find a 5 in the kitty. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut the deck. So the dealer flips the card. And well, look at what we got. We got an ace. So you're smiling a lot because you got a pretty good hand. It may not be 15, a lot of 15s, but you got the runs. So what I would start out with is, let's see, you throw a 3 down first. Now I'm going to see that you just threw a 3, and I'm going to be puzzled. Let's see, I'm not going to throw a face card. I'm not going to throw my 5 yet, so the logical card to throw would be the 4. So now it's up to 7. So you don't want to make 10, because if I got a 5, I'll be just waiting for you to throw a card that's going to bring a total of 10, and I'll make 15. So you're going to throw your 2. So that leaves, that brings it up to 9. So we got 9, and I don't want to use my 5 yet. So I'm going to take my face card, and I'm going to bring it up to 19. And you can either throw a card to make it 20, or throw your 3 to make it 22. It's good to hang on to the ace in case this will be your 31. So this will make it, let's see, what did I say, 14? 22 points. So it goes 22 to me. I can't use the face card because that would make it 32. That would make it too high. So I have to use my 5. So that'll bring it to 27. You've got the ace. You can throw it now, and that makes it 28. Now, I've got the face card, so I can't go, so I say yup. So you're going to go 1 peg. And that's what's called pegging while we do the cards. I've got the 10. I'm going to start from scratch, from 10. And I got the last card, so I'm going to go. All right. Now let me show you why you're going to be very happy. And by the way, the dealer always counts last. All right, so you're going to look at your hand, and you're going to say, oh, wow, I've got 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. 15, 16. So you've got 16. So you just, we're going to have to move the cards. So you're going to move 16 points. Let's see. So you're going to go up there. You're going to be starting to go around. Okay. The ace helped you a lot more than it helped me. See, but it did help me because the ace and the 4 make 5. Now with that 5, I can go 15-2, 15-4. In addition, I've got in my hand 15-6, and 15-8. And I've got 8 points. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I get to move 8. But anyway, that's what we should have done the first time with the kitty. So now the dealer counted after the other players, the dealer counts, and now we go to the kitty. And I know that I had put the 7 and the 8 in that was going to give me 15. Now, when I look at that, I'm surprised because you gave me a 5. Now, you had a really good hand. You'd never break up the run. But, let's see. How many combinations of 15? We've got, all right, we don't really have that. We got, the only combination of 15 we have is the 7 and the 8. So I'd say 15-2. And in this instance, the 5 really doesn't help, which is unusual, but the 5 really doesn't help, so I've got 2 points in the kitty. Oh, wait a minute, that's yours. Okay, 1, 2. So that, and again, I know this is a lot to take in. Let's do another hand. Make sure we shuffle it good. It's got that nice new deck, so the cards are nice and slick. And again, it rotates the dealing, so I'm just doing it to illustrate. So we got 1, 2, and we put the cards aside. And let's see what you guys got. So, looking at what you guys have, right off the bat, you can see you've got a pair of aces. And you've got to run. Now, it doesn't have to be the same suit to be a run. So you see the 5, 6, 7. Now, what I like to do is, you got to give 2 of these cards up. So, the way I look at it is, I take away 2 of the cards. You certainly don't want to give away a pair because that's points. So I'm thinking, if we take away an ace and the 2. We'll have the 5, 6, 7, we'll have the run. And right now, let's see, 7, 5, 10, 30. So that really doesn't total up to 15 anywhere, but there may be a face card on the draw. What you don't want to do is give the 5 away. That's going to help your opponent. Now, we've got 3 points, which isn't all that great. So now, I'll take the cards again and I'll say, if we keep the aces, keep the 5, and let's say we give the 8, the 6, and the 2. What'll that leave us? Well, we still only have a pair. We got the pair of aces, we kept our 5, and again, we may get a face card. So, either way, there's really not all that much we can do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 1 ace, see, the danger of giving a 1 and a 2 is if there's a 3 in there, or a 3 and a kitty, they have a run. But you got the 5, 6, and the 7, so you've got a run here. And we're going to keep the ace because that can help in pegging. If you have, let's say the hand is at 30, you've got 1, you can go out. That's 32, and that counts for 2 points on the peg. Okay, so you're going to put this in the kitty. And I'm going to come over, I'm going to look at my cards, and I say, so I've got 2 kings, I've got a 2 and a 3. Obviously that makes 5, so that would be 15-2 and 15-4 and a pair of 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 9 and the 4 and I'm going to discard them. I'm going to put them into my kitty. Okay, now you're going to cut the cards. And I'm going to flip them, and again we got a 7, and that helps you. It gives you 15 for 2 points, and then it also gives you a pair. So that 1-7 gave you 4 extra points. So what you're going to do is, again, you don't want to start with a 5, you don't want to start with a 1 unless you have to. So I'm going to take the 6, and we're going to start with the 6. So I'm going to see a 6, and there's not too much that I can do. So I'll take a face card, and I'll make it 16. You want to keep the 5 and the 1, so you'll make it 23. I'll use the 3 to make it 26. And this is where I want to show you the importance of getting the 31. You're going to throw the 5 because 5 will make 31. That'll end it and you'll start a new count. But with that 31, you just get 2 extra points to peg. So that leaves you with the ace. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you have a 5 or not, so I'm going to throw the 2. You're going to throw the 3, and you're going to be out, and I'm going to throw the face card, and that's going to be 13, and I get the last card, so I'm going to peg once. All right, so going to count your points. You've got the run, so you've got 5, 6, and 7. You've also got the ace and the 7. That's going to make 8. And the 7 that we cut is 15. So you got 15-2 right off the bat. Let's see, is there anything else you can do? Now I'm going to take my cards, and I got the pair of kings, the 2 face cards, and the 7 didn't help me at all. But I've got the 2 and a 3. That makes 5. So this is going to be 15-2. That's going to be 15-4. And the pair is 6. So I've got 6 points. And then we're going to go to count the kitty. And in this instance, the 2 and the ace and the 2 didn't do any damage. Right? See, if that would have been a 3 instead of a 4, or if that would have been a 3, I would have had a longer run. Let's see. We got... Yeah, there's really nothing here. So, there's really no help in the kitty. So if you got no combinations of 15, you can't do anything, and you don't have a run or a pair, it's going to be 0 points. Yeah, the only thing I can find is the 9, the 4, and the 2 for 15 for 2, but the rest doesn't really help. So the kitty gave me 2 points, and we keep going until one of us reaches the touchdown or the finish line first. And again, my friends, I know this is like a crash course. This game can really be a lot of fun, especially when you get like 4 players going. That way you would play partners. But again, this is a tradition for me and my family, especially my dad. I love playing cribbage with my father. Kind of brings us together. In this day and age of everything with, where everybody's got their face buried in their phone, it's nice to go back to this and just to have a good old-fashioned game. I used to like to play checkers with my dad, and Stratego was always fun, but cribbage always stayed. So my friends, sorry about my rambling, and I hope you found this video entertaining as well as informative. And if you decide, get a cribbage board and you guys can play. It's a really addictive game. Let me know what you guys think, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.